hear myself through my headphones. Yes, man. Like, I feel real good about this right now.
Pay attention, because you are now listening to Permission to Speak Freely.
Hey, we supposed to have a guest. Who knows, right? This how it's been the last couple times. Like, we gotta. I think it's an admin issue. We gonna have to talk to Tyra and figure out like how to fix this. But we supposed to have a guest, and I know that guest was tracking. Yeah, but guest's not here, so we ain't really got that many topics. So hopefully that means we're not going to be here for a long time. If our guest pops in, then that changes things. But if not, we good, and we gonna get right into it. I don't think we got too much intro time. We just get right into it with a correct the record, I guess. A correct the record from last week. We were talking about the carrier being extended and accidents happening and when we felt like these things happen. And we were off on the sentiment when we were going comparative to what was happening now versus what happened with the Truman Strike Group. We were off because that stuff happened before the extension. So we want to get on here, man. We know a lot of people listen to us, and we got to be responsible when it comes to information like that. So I just wanted to make sure we got on here first and corrected that and made sure we said that.
Yeah, most definitely. We will do better.
Yeah, or not, right? Like... So remember, Angelo told us, he's like, hey man, make sure y'all know what y'all talk about. And for the most part, we do. I think that was a feelings conversation, and we were like kind of like feeling a way about certain things. So yeah, because another thing that came out, so we actually already did better. Like for the listeners, we already did better. The op nav instruction 1710 Quebec is softly released, I guess. I don't even know how it's released at this point, but I saw
just popped up October, right?
Yeah, I saw a version of it amongst, I guess, the leadership mess down to CMCs or whatever like that. But I guess it's not officially published because you can't find it online and stuff like that. So we had a whole topic.
It's on the Secretary app now, so you can pull them up now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
But we had a whole topic on it. But I emailed Rich James, who's the assistant MCPON. And I asked him a question, and he answered the question. Hey, so for the listeners, topic no longer here. Like we gonna keep it. We gonna keep it what it is. But what we will say is the Sale of the Year form, like the nomination form, will change. And it's gonna be some things in there that lines up a little bit more with the chief eval. And I'm looking forward to having a conversation about it. You said it was public already, Aaron?
If you pull up on the Secretary, look it up here. Yeah, it's published. If you go to the go up here. If you go to the SecNav instructions, it's there. It's right there under secnav.navy.mil. It's right there under OpNav instructions.
Do that one. You looking at it right now, Aaron?
Yeah.
I thought I looked it up this morning. It said a P on that thing though, right? Because the one is Quebec.
Yeah, it said P, effective date
2020.
October 16th. 2020.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not.
That's old.
Yeah,
so they get yanked. All right.
Yeah. So the Q is out. He said it got yanked. Say it again, man.
It got yanked.
Two things. First thing is that they get yanked. It never got published. And the second thing is we can't be here, so we gotta be more responsible with our platform to say yanked, man.
Well, I can't say something got yanked.
You know why, man?
Nah, man. I didn't say, fuck it. I didn't say someone got yanked. I said something got yanked. The book got yanked from the shelves.
That's dangerous territory, man.
Getting yanked is dangerous territory?
Hey, we gotta stop. Hey, for the listeners, man, we not stopping Say Again. What Leonardo DiCaprio say on up? What Leo say? I'm not leaving. Say again, it's here to stay. Sorry. And nobody gave us pressure about it. We just gave our own selves pressure.
No, that was all you.
Yeah.
You didn't give yourself pressure, man? What? All right.
Hey, say again, it's here to stay, y'all. Sorry. All right, so we're not going to talk about it then. I wanted to talk about this. I want to talk about it so bad. I wanted to talk about this so bad, but we're going to leave it alone and we're going to wait till more information comes because it's supposed to come. What I do want to get into before I shut the hell up is, were y'all tracking the whole next Brooks Brothers cancellation of the partnership?
I ain't tracking till in our other chat with Quan.
Yeah, so shout out to CMC Woodall, Daquan Woodall, my guy, who shared this. I think he shared this on Facebook too. But he was asking about a Brooks Brothers. I don't know what he inquired, but this what Brooks Brothers sent them back, and he published this publicly, right? He put this on Facebook, right?
He told me, you, and Conrad, and then he shouted out to his Facebook.
All right, so this is what Brooks Brothers told him. For those of y'all that's not tracking, some people may be. Don't know what he asked, but this is what Brooks Brothers said. They said, "Thank you for your inquiry. The Brooks Brothers manufactured service dress, blue jacket, and trouser slacks have faced challenges over the past 3 years. After ongoing financial restructuring and a buyout, Brooks Brothers ended their partnership with us. However, they later expressed interest in reestablishing a relationship to bring back their high-quality service dress uniform." Whoever this is, they gave too much tea, right? It says, "During this period, Nexcom opened bidding for our Premier Line program, and after thorough evaluation, Brooks Brothers was selected again for offering the best uniform at the most competitive price. Unfortunately, during the certification process, Brooks Brothers' contracted manufacturing facility faced labor shortages and was forced to close. Since then, they've been working with a new facility, but it has not met the high quality standards required for a Premier line. Recently, Brooks Brothers decided to withdraw from the certification process and will no longer produce service dress blue jackets, trousers, or slacks. While these items remain authorized for wear, they will no longer be manufactured by Brooks Brothers. As a result, the Brooks Brother isn't available for purchase." That's where the email kind of cuts off at. So no more Brooks Brothers for us. Did y'all buy Brooks Brothers? Did y'all buy Brooks Brothers?
I did. Yeah. I didn't buy it. I bought it later though. I didn't get when I first picked up. I didn't, but I went back and bought it. And I knew about this, man, because when I went to where was I at in Rhode Island? I went inside thing, and the lady and I told me, she said they no longer sell Brooks Brothers stuff no more. And I was like, what? So that's kind of how it was then. But I didn't know all this though. That was going on. But
I wasn't touching that no cheap.
I ain't getting no damn Brooks Brothers either.
Yeah, my sponsor, CMC Kevin Miles, back he's like, "Hey, dude, I'm cheap. Don't buy that at all, bro. Bump that. I ain't get it."
Yeah. What y'all been up to?
Hey, real quick, man. Let me get a shout out to freaking Woodall, man. Me and him went to SCA together, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, we went to SCA together, man, and he ended up, winning the thing at the end, like I guess the highest grade, the highest something, and he actually spoke, bro.
Did he win highest grade? Because
I think it's the highest grade awards or something. Yeah,
I won highest grade in my class, right? Just to put that out there. But that ain't I think you talk about the Talmadge Award.
Whichever one that he had to speak at the end, he spoke.
That's the Talmadge Award.
So that's what he won. Yeah,
he won all that.
Yeah, when we was in SCA, yeah.
Hey, Damon, thank you, man. Because
now we gonna give him shit.
You'll give him shit?
That's my guy.
Oh, you're selfless? You selfless? You a selfless one?
Yeah, man. Dad, Brooklyn, he a good dude, but he a piece of shit too, man. He wrote my first infraction as RDC, man. I'll never forget that. 10 years later, man.
I would expect him to win the Talmadge Award, honestly. Like, I would expect him to do that shit. Like, if anybody, it would be him.
Yeah, we went to CMC school together. Stark, man.
Yeah. We went to CMC school together, and we have maintained a relationship since then. So
Good dude.
Say again?
we maintained a relationship since then.
Oh, all right. That's what's up. Happy for y'all, man.
I can stand on that, man. You know,
You gonna stand on it?
That's great.
Wow.
That's crazy, y'all.
That's crazy.
Let's remember that. What y'all been up to?
Yeah, man. Me, man. I got a little small win this week, man. It was a short week, man, but I got a little small win, man. You know, being in the aviation world, man, is go when it comes to flying and all that stuff with the maintenance team, and I finally got a potluck in, man. You know what I'm saying? Small wins, bro. Small wins, man. So I got a potluck schedule, man. So I'm good to go. I'm happy about that, man. And then the biggest
for Thanksgiving?
For Thanksgiving, yeah. So yeah, man, I'm pretty excited about that, man. You know, some of these sailors over here, they probably ain't gonna get no turkey, ain't gonna get a lot of stuff, man. So we gonna do it for them. We're gonna hook them up, man. So it's a good deal. Also the biggest win for me also, man, is YouTube TV, man. ESPN came back, bro. You know what I mean? They had a contract dispute, bro, and they took ESPN off that thing, bro. I've been mad for like 2 weeks, man. I even did a trial because, you know, I did a 7-week trial on another program just to get ESPN, bro. It was that important to me. So yeah, I'm happy, man. Yeah. ESPN back on YouTube TV, man.
Okay.
What up with you, Aaron?
Short week, but we had a quadruple header for DRB on I think Wednesday. Yeah, on Wednesday. Yeah, man. We have a good process for our DRB, man. But some things you hear, you just be looking like, what? Like, you can't be serious, man. Like, you know, I'll talk to you about that offline. It's crazy work, as they say. And then our CPOA had a pretty good social event at Matchbox. It was good.
Was the food good?
No, man. I ordered the crab and shrimp Alfredo, and it was horrible, man. I was pissed off, man. Everything else was good, but the Alfredo was trash, man.
I got a question for you. Like,
no.
So what shouldn't the mess do together? Like, what type of event? Like, so let me give you an example, right? I was talking about, we talk about doing the Hell and Bell, and, you know, I'm like, well, I got a very small mess. I'm like, well, what's the last Hell and Bell we did? And one of the chiefs was like, well, we did a Beat the Bomb before. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing a Beat the Bomb with y'all. Like, I'm not about to beat the bomb with y'all, yo. Like,
what is that? What is that? Beat the Bomb.
Beat the Bomb is like, it's a game thing you go to. So it's gonna take way too. I ain't gonna sit there and explain the whole thing, but think same mood as escape room, right? Think like same mood and vibe as escape room. So you go there, it's like 10 different rooms you go into where you gotta solve these riddles and stuff like that. It's all physical and like you use your brain to get out the room, or it adds time to your bomb. You know, and then with the last room being the bomb room, the bomb is pretty much paint, like water-based paint, right? So with the last room being your bomb room, and you got to figure out how to like get out of there. So me, Angeline, and my niece did a Beat the Bomb recently, where at the end of it, when we hit the bomb room, we all had this. It was a game, but it was a robot tank, and we had to shoot these enemies, and one of us controlled one part of it, the other controlled the other controlled the other. So, you know, you got to like work together to communicate and, you know, do it. We didn't beat the bomb. So when time ran out and we got paint bombed, I mean, you gotta be careful, right? How you explain it. You gotta be careful. but you know, we got paint, you know, splashed all over us and all that, and we lost. And I was saying, like, I can't see myself doing that with the best, man. like let's go eat. let's go eat. Good vibes. Yeah. Let's chill. I don't even know. Would y'all do an escape room with your and even for the
we did one last year.
Yeah.
But we didn't get but we had a regular escape room. That was fun.
How big is the mess?
We about what 16 deep, but we had like 8 people go to them.
Yeah, I was gonna say everybody ain't showing up to that.
16 what, Aaron? So you're 16
deep.
Chiefs.
So did y'all have a good time?
Oh, yesterday?
No,
at the escape room.
Yeah,
it was a good time. I mean, some people cheated,
Yeah,
but yeah, it was a good time.
Do you feel like it was good team building for your peer group? Let me just say that just to kind of encompass the shows.
It was fun, but the team building, most of our team building, just sitting down, having food, sharing a drink. That's
like eating, eating and chilling.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do, man.
Me too, man.
Let's get some food.
We're gonna do Top Golf. We're gonna do Top Golf next.
That sounds like it could be fun, though.
I did Top Golf, and all I did was eat and chill. Like I didn't do the golf part. Like they like, yo, you go.
We did Top Golf. Some of us got together, so we're gonna run the Army 10 miler, or do something like that. But yeah, those are fun too.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start I'm about to start a run club. I'm in the early phases of starting a run club.
Hey, be careful with that, man.
Why?
Run clubs are infamous.
For what? Okay. All right.
Moving on.
Yeah. Some of the things we missed, right? We missed this dude Aaron wild, Joe. We missed the Marine Corps birthday, right?
Mm-hmm.
We missed that. We never really talked about that. So I want to highlight that and just say happy belated birthday to the Marine Corps. Like,
Yeah, man. Most definitely.
And I blame Damon on us not shouting out the Marine Corps on our birthday.
Well, happy birthday, Marines. I just want to say that too. I don't know how I get blamed for missing it, but I take it, Damo. Thanks.
You seen that one TikTok where they took Sam Jackson and The Rock, that part from the other guys? There's like, we thank y'all for doing all the work, all the paperwork that we don't feel like doing, so we can shoot guns. And
I remember that part.
They put them as the Marines and all the branches. I was like, we're the Marines and we do cool shit. Like, all right, man.
Hey, did the Air Force? While we talk, did the Air Force, the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, did he step down and was relieved by somebody else? Am I tripping? Because I saw the Air Force just did a whole like you could wear your own like a personal T-shirt on Friday thing, or am I right now swinging for the fences and y'all not researching that? Because it's either the enlisted who did that or it's their top leader, like their top officer or whatever.
I don't know. I saw something on my timeline. I didn't click and deep dive it.
Okay.
So I haven't dove into that.
Okay. They did. I'm with you with the dress. I know they got the T-shirt thing. They got some things they can do with their name tags and stuff like that. With the Air Force, but I don't know about the top leader stepping down.
I mean, I guess we could just. We're not a streaming platform, but we could just look it up right now. Oh no, it looked like it's still him. So it's still him. Oh no, he is not him. All right, don't let me get this wrong.
Yeah, you ain't trying to come back next week, Captain, to clean something up. Maybe might as well shelf it and then I'll deep dive it later.
No. Yeah, he got replaced. Yeah, so who we reported about, David Flossie, whose wife passed away, he got replaced with by Chief Master Sergeant David Wolf. He became the 21st Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. And I mean, totally understandable, especially in like that predicament of life. So totally understandable. So yeah, he did get replaced. So that, yeah. And soon as Wolf came in, that new policy came out, that grooming policy. And that's when like, I guess they got like, they could wear like colored T-shirts. Listen, for the listeners, we ain't digging into it. Like, I'm sorry, but they got some new grooming policy and stuff like that. So
yeah.
Welcome back to the government employees.
Welcome
back to government employees. That was kind of like the week, right? Just welcoming them back and government shutdown stuff, tracking that. I got a lot to say about that, but it ain't for this podcast. But tracking that, and I honestly ain't much happened for me this week, to sit here and really, really talk about. What I want to say though is, and I'm looking for y'all thoughts on this before we go too crazy. Well, before we go too crazy, let's say this: Happy birthday, Damon! If you listen to the episodes, drop on Mondays, right? And I'm not saying that for the listeners. I'm saying that for the host. So today is Damon's birthday. So happy birthday, Damon, man! Enjoy it, man.
Yeah, man. Getting old, brother. Getting old, man.
Experienced, man. Experienced.
Yeah, man. Feeling good, though. Feeling good, though, Damo. Feeling real good at 46.
How old are you, man?
I'll be 46. 46. Yeah. Damn. Woo. I know, bro. Who was that? Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart and Don Cheadle.
Damn. Yeah, man. I feel, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm pretty blessed, though, bro. I'm pretty blessed, man. I can't complain, man, at all. When it comes to my physical health, bro, and I've been through some shit, right? I had the back surgery earlier, like when I was probably like early, like what, 3 years ago, man. I had back surgery, bro, and I hardly have no effects of that back surgery now, man. I mean, so I'm most definitely blessed, bro. 46 strong, bro. Thanks for saying happy birthday, man.
Yeah. And I got to shout out Ella, man. I mean, I'm going to correlate, you getting over the back surgery to Ella. She probably put you on the right program, get you back right. And I'm sure she got some good plans for you on your birthday, man. So shout out to Ella.
Man. I want to throw some news out, because I think the plan she got for me is next Saturday, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I may not be pod next Saturday, but I don't know yet. I got to find out what time.
Oh, shit. We got a guest coming next Saturday, boy. Man, we've been looking forward to this one. We've been looking forward to this one.
Hold on, let me check.
We're going to talk some Goat Locker Hall of Fame.
No, ain't nothing in my freaking...
that must be next week. I don't know. We
I see a name. I'm not going to spoil it, but I see a name.
We got a guest. We got a guest next week.
Why didn't it?
Hey, I want to shout out all because the listeners probably like, what the fuck is going on right now? So I want to shout out, not really shout out. I want to acknowledge and just extend love to, and I'm interested, in y'all's thoughts. It's people out here battling demons, man. It's people out here dealing with, and I'm talking about sailors, young sailors, sailors in leadership positions. It's people out here dealing with depression. It's people out, and we don't talk about that all the time on this podcast, but I really want to just show y'all some love, especially with us going into the holidays, man. We got sailors out here dealing with alcohol problems and been dealing with alcohol problems before joining the military, been dealing with alcohol problems before turning 18.
Yeah.
We got sailors out here dealing with family issues. That shit was in my front door of very recently, just a whole family thing. And I caught every single piece of energy from it, and just being able to talk to that sailor like, hey man, like y'all might need, you might need to go and see somebody. You just might need to go see somebody, man. Money issues, financial problems. It's people out here starving themselves. Not enough money to take care of all their kids. It's just a lot going on. But, one of the big ones is just the family back home shit. The pressure from that family. Mom's, dad, whatever. Somebody might be arrested, or somebody might be in the streets, or somebody might not be here anymore, or it's just a whole lot, man. And I just want to extend some love to y'all and let y'all know that we see and we hear y'all. We really do. And it's hard. And I ain't have to go through all of that, what some of y'all had to go through, but I went through some things, but not all that. You know what I mean? And I had one seller, and I'm gonna shut up. I had one seller who house burned down, the family house. And that was kind of why they joined the Navy, so they could get the money to pay and to pay a portion of the house burned down. So they joined the Navy to get the money to pay to build the house. So they was like building the house, and I probably talked about it on the pod before, but he's like sending the money home to his mom to build the house as she's still living in this fire-riddled, house or whatever like that in a different room. So, and this ain't it. I talked to another seller. I'm like, well, where were you before this? I was homeless. I wasn't living anywhere. So I just want to tell y'all that we love y'all, man, and hit us up. Hit us up for anything.
Yeah. Hey, Damo, let me add a little bit of that, man. I just want to say, hey, let's talk about it, man. Like, let's talk about it. Like, give anybody who's going through something that's hard and whatever the case may be. I just want to say, give your leadership a chance, right? To see will they help. Don't automatically, think this or think that. Just give them a chance to try to give you the either talk to you about who to talk to or whatever the case may be to help you in some type of way. And a lot of times we try to fight this stuff by ourselves, right? Let's open up a little bit. Let's talk about it. And you might be surprised. Some people that's out there that may want to help you. You may be surprised. So give people a chance to help. And I'm saying leadership, but anybody. Right? When I say that, I mean anybody that you feel comfortable with talking to, talk to them.
Well, it's good you say leadership though, Damon, because it's for leadership, right? Talking to leadership now. It's a seller out there that can't get right or that's always fucking up or that don't have the greatest attitude about shit or that ain't always squared away. That if you sit down and talk to that seller, they got a lot of shit going on with either they family or some shit that happened in the past or some PTSD shit they dealing with. And they acting out. You know what I mean? They acting out because of it. Are they turtle shell? Like they trying to hide it. And sometimes doing that, you doing other stuff that on the outside, you look rebellious or you look like somebody who just don't care when really, man, you fighting shit. Invisible shit.
I think like with Damon, you talk about affording leadership a chance to hear the challenges a sailor, a person has. I think the apprehension comes from a sense of embarrassment, potential embarrassment or shame.
Yeah.
And all of us, whenever you tell someone, hey, I was in your shoes before, I don't like saying that as much because I'm further removed in many cases, but I was in there. So when we say about affording leadership, do not shortchange the critical middle, meaning a second class. The critical middle are those second classes that are able to hit the E3 and below or junior, excuse me, right? And also understand, how upper leadership understand. Invite them into conversation. If you have the chief and the LPO talking to them, bring in that mentor or that DC2, OS2, CS 2.5 that has some experience that could speak to it, who are not that far removed. It is a village, it's a community. So empower and seek out that critical middle as well in these conversations and us taking care of each other.
Yeah, you're right, Aaron, because some people can't smell it on you no more. They can't smell Philly on me no more, man. They can't smell South Philly on me, bro.
Yeah, and it's like you will be the most approachable. You present approachable, down there, like even going back, 4 episodes ago, when you was like, hey, they knock at your door, permission to enter. Hey, man, it's open. Just come on in, man. What you got for me? They still are going to have, in many cases, that hesitation to come speak. And that's where the critical middle empowers second classes. Anybody who goes through ELD, right? I would hope they take that away with the communication and Jahar's window and all those things. It's a great thing to apply in these moments. The critical middle is key.
Yeah, and some of that comes with just the admiration, bro. So we had Latanya Perosier on the episode, and she was talking about when trigger warning, right? But she was talking about when 4 guys tried to sexually assault her, and she didn't go home and tell her mom, you know? And that comes with like sometimes you trying to protect your parents from the harsh reality of what you going through, because it could traumatize them. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes with us not being parents, but I think sometimes some of these, and it ain't just junior sellers, it's, you know, it could be senior people, whatever. But a lot of us, we trying to just, man, this guy, man, like for instance, I'm thinking about me. Man, my CMC, he got a little 2-year-old, man. He just doing the best he could do with his family. I'm not about to give him all this shit that I'm going through.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm not about to do that to him. So some of them look at that, man. And me personally, right, I want to tell y'all that please, you know, please you come talk to me. And I normally dump shit on people too. So whenever I do that, they normally follow up with that type of communication as well. So.
But just don't throw a chief at everything.
Yeah, right.
Excuse me. Like, but remember when Courtney said, when she spoke with that first classmate, she's like, "Hey, I'm trying to instill or give you your power back, empower you, but give you your power back."
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, first class that should be like, you're not kids, but that first class should be like mom, dad. You see, mommy, you see, dad should be that first class. Chief should be like, you know, grandpa or something. Like really use all the chains.
Yeah, bro. I look at first classes with so much like adoration, I guess I want to say that's the word. But like, I really I give a lot to first classes, right? And all they got to do for me is live up to that. You know, all they got to do for me is live up to that expectation because they have it. They have it from me. Like, yo, y'all go forth. Like, I think I said on here, like, at like my first weeks at the command, it was this program that the first class is built, and they like added chiefs to it and all that. And I'm like, take them chiefs off. Well, you don't need no chief. Like, go ahead and go forth and lead. You know what I mean? And so I got a lot of props to second classes too.
Yeah. You know what, man? I'm gonna say this, man, because this kind of how I feel about the first class, second class, and all this stuff, man. So when I got to the command, I say the same thing too. I go in there, I get to the first class, man. I say, hey, man, empowering everybody, and you know, take this back. This is your stuff. But man, you know what else? Time we get on, we get an inspection or we get anything. If something goes wrong in that inspection, what do they say? Was no, they didn't have no khaki representation.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Where's the khakis at? Right? And then we wonder why the power is getting taken, you know what I mean, from here or from there, because we do just what Aaron just said a few minutes ago, man. Like we talked, well, not what he said, but we was talking about throwing a khaki at it, throwing a chief at it.
Yeah.
That's what we do when we have issues. We throw them at it. Now it's like we always come in and we talk about empowering. But at the same time, man, it's like when shit hit the fan, we can empower too. You know what I mean? Like not just when it's bad, throw a khaki at it. No, these first classes and second classes can handle a lot of shit. We just don't let them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just don't let them because we want to hold somebody accountable. We feel like if the chief involved or whoever, we hold them accountable. Let's go talk. Let's come here. No, these first classes and second classes can handle shit, man.
Yeah. I think that comes from Damon too, though. I agree with you saying, but I also think that comes from where like inspectors come to the ship and the chief ain't nowhere to be found, bro. Like they never even like greet him. like, hey man, like, you know, like when we were on a DDG and we had either the rat team or, you know, whatever. And it's like, man, we got all these khaki meetings at the same time at the rat team here. These motherfuckers be damn near like adopting your sellers. Like you go in the shop and it's them and them. And so it's like, you got to make, like, as a khaki, if you can't be around all the time, you got to make it, even to your sellers, but you got to make your presence felt. Like, soon as that rat team come, hey, what's going on, guys? Let them know who you are, where you going to be, and like just what you comfortable. Like, go ahead, you know, I know y'all going to be with my sellers. Y'all going to be giving them training, boom. But I'm such and such if you need me. Boom. Even on the carrier, bro. Like when all the contractors come and they had these meetings in the morning, these production meetings and shit like that. It's pertinent to be up in there, in there, meet them. Don't have them only going at the command I'm at now. It's a first class that like everybody goes to. And I mean like civilians and other people. And I'm like, so every time she tell me something and I love what she does, but I'm like, yo, why are they telling you? Like, are they used to just telling you? And I'm like, well, and it's already a lot because she's a good one, right? So it's already a lot on her plate. I'm like, well, let me build a relationship with them so they know that I exist. Because like you said, if it's ever an after action report or another conversation, it's going to be like, well, it wasn't no khaki involvement. It was just this first class we've been talking to. That's because I need to insert myself. What's wrong, Aaron?
No, it's anchored on something. Keep you on, man. Sorry.
Did you see how this
that shit was
like,
deep. That shit was.
I'm like, I ain't even know I said nothing wrong here, man.
You didn't. Your mom about to feel there with me. He made a face again.
Yeah. But for me, I just need to assert myself in the, in the conversation. Like, hey, let me meet y'all. Let me introduce myself to y'all so y'all know that I'm around. That's all, Aaron. That's all I had to say. We're going to fight later, man. We're going to fight later, but we ain't going to fight about that.
What was it? Would you call me the contrarian? The contrarian? Yeah. All right. Contrarian question statement moment.
Mm-hmm.
You greet the inspector. Don't roll out no red carpet for them. Bump that. Like,
yeah.
But some commands be doing that. Hey, let's go ahead and get them the warm welcome. Nah, man.
Well, you gotta give them coffee. You gotta give them coffee and honey buds.
No,
breaks with burritos and stuff.
No. I mean, no.
I'm just joking. I'm joking.
I'm not. No. Come here, inspect us. You get breakfast at your house. Hey, that's the mess line. Come do your job. You ain't coming here. No, I ain't kissing your ass. No, come here and do your job.
I want to shout out all my brothers and sisters at ATG.
Hey, ATG is great. Fuck out of here. Look, man, you come and do your job. You is over here, don't act brand new, man. It's just, there's some food. You can put extra things to make sure you take care of them. Yeah, like, what's up, bro? But you put your pants on same as us. You went through the same train pipeline. Get out of here. No, come here. Hey, I'm over here. That's who has this schedule. Great. Do my job. I ain't kissing your ass. No. Some commands do.
Some commands look at it, and it's a topic I got on this little list. But yeah. Some
like
commands
when they came to McCampbell, right? And all of us, we had on our coveralls, whatever, right? They come on there. We was out there in the quarterdeck. Hey, what's up, y'all? Shake hands. Cool, man. Hey, there's the mess. There's that. All right. Like with Diaz, was like, hey, yo, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, how's Sandy? Cool, man. All right, cool. All right. 1200? Sync? All right, peace.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
No red carpet. No.
I think so my last command, man, I was, well, not the Nimitz, but I was doing inspection I was doing like the pre-in-serve thing, right?
Yeah.
So they kind of treated us just like in-serve, right? So we had a lot of civilians on there. So when they come on board the ship, when I was there, we had breakfast and they brought dinner down, bro. They did all this stuff. But I think the reason why, though, Aaron, they did that is because all those civilians that's there, they pay for their meals. Right, they pay for everything, right? Okay. On board, so they had stuff for them because when they leave on that Friday, they down there collecting, right? They're down there collecting. So I think that was part of that when I was there. But when I was at ATG, it wasn't as bad. I mean, they may have had some donuts or something they had already served, something they had already on the line, or something they may have brought down there, but it wasn't.
It's like a custom, right? Is a custom. One of them unwritten custom. Y'all ever feel bad about it? Like you at an East-West board, somebody that stocked up the whole table with like candy and candy bars and
bro, we stopped doing that shit, bro. It used to be like that. I said, nah, I'm good, bro.
You eat a Reese cup. Like, hey, we gonna have to fail this.
We tell you, don't do that. But then if you're doing the East-West board, you're coming off like a back-to-back watch. You're not exactly mad. Like, hey, you know what? I'm not mad at this. But hey, don't do that. But
yeah. Does it have a bearing on your decision? Like, nah, yo, he got the galley to make breakfast burritos. Like, I don't care if he don't know about the spot radar.
You got to get this work, man. Nah,
gotta get that work, bro.
You gotta get this work. Hey, thank you. I really appreciate this. So man. For your lookups,
some people do that too. Yo, I gave them food and all. Like, I gave them the big Snickers, not the fun stuff. It's like, nah. I know.
Yeah. What?
I know. I'm trying to move past it.
You trying to move past it? What?
Yes, got to move past it, man. So the other day, nah, I ain't even going. Well, do y'all think people know and understand? All right, this is, I don't want to alienate anybody, but this is a CMC question. Do you guys think that people know and understand what a CMC does?
No. Not until they're missing, or if they're gap the CMC, or they have a CMC that's missing the mark, and then they know.
And but that's Navy, and that's Navy related, right? We talk about people in the Navy, right?
Yeah, I think Navy or the branches don't understand what we're doing.
So my brother is a mixologist. He's a mixologist, right? So he told me that first he pretty much told me, "Hey, I'm basically you at my job." Right. And then he also said, and love my brother to death. He also said, I know what you do at your job. Like, I know what you do at your job. And I'm like, yo, you don't know what I do at my job. Right. And that wasn't even like ego based. I'm thinking like, yo, dude, like, you don't know what I would do if one of my sellers passed away, or you don't know what I got to do if somebody came in drunk, or what I would have to do if this happened. And like last week at my job, I had a low key, sit down, heart to heart, felt like therapy. It's such a dynamic job that, no, bro, I don't think you know. Like, I just don't think anybody knows. It's so dynamic. At my last command, I was like, I wonder if the CO knows what I'm doing when I'm not around him. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different here because they know, but yeah. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there, I just want to put that out.
Well, hey, so I got a question about the mixology. It's like a bartender?
Yeah, but it's a step up from a bartender.
Okay.
Don't give me. I don't even want to get started.
But but going back to, you said your brother, like, he still thinks that we do counseling or therapy?
Nah, I don't think he understands it. It's no way he knows what we do. Like, he know I'm promoted. He know that I, became Command Master Chief, and he know I'm somewhere, and this does not matter to me, but he know that somewhere, if you look at an org structure, I'm somewhere close to the top of the structure, but I think he thinks it's the same. But like, if you deal in one department, or even if you deal in all departments of your job, it's an aspect of life that we deal in as CMCs and chiefs, period, right? It's sailors, period. It's an aspect, like any seller that's leading, mentoring, or whatever, sellerizing, it's an aspect of life that we deal in that I don't think any civilian understands. Like, it maybe some deal with it a little bit, but I don't, like, at the extent of the way we do it, I don't think, I don't know, man. I think it's a hard reach to think that somebody really understands what we doing in the Navy.
I went on a rabbit hole with this. I think a CMC is equal parts executive vice president of communications. I think a CMC is community outreach. So executive vice president of communications operations, equal parts chief of staff, equal parts executive life coach.
Yeah,
that's what I think. All those things are there.
Yeah.
You don't think that, but it is.
Facts.
Like, you know.
And it's for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's the part. It's for
everybody.
Single person.
Yeah, with the premium on the E6 on up. Because how many times, like before your CO or your XO has to do a speech or all hands, whatever, you go in there, hey sir, hey man, what's your top 3? What you got? Let me see that. Hey, I don't think you should say that. Why not? Let me say that for you. Let XO say that. You know, that's a hammer type of comment. You're more of the scalpel. You got to be precise. Let Big Bag XO take care of that. Only CMC would say that.
Yeah, and it's definitely like, you know, back when you were a LCPO or DLCPO, your Divo look at you about something is normally technical, like in-rate something. You know, you get that look from the Divo, like the look of, you know, approval or whatever. But the stakes we in now, it's like, you know, it's your skipper looking at you, and this might have to do with a protective order. This might have to do with a career. You know, these things are totally different. I don't know that a mixologist or anybody in this, you know, regard understands all of that. I'm not talking about the flashy part of this shit. You know, like your picture being on the wall. Ain't much flashy to me about this job. You know what I mean? It could be regarded highly. You know, it could be a job of high regard, and that's also contingent on who you are and how you move. You know, ain't everybody out here being highly regarded. But yeah, I just don't think anybody understands that. It's a lot.
Have you looked at I look at it every week, the role responsibilities of CMC?
You look at it every week. I don't look at it every week. I've looked at it before. I've looked at
every other week. I look at it a lot, but it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. And, you know, they just published MCPONs. The new Charge of Command was recently released. So it's always good to familiarize yourself with all that stuff. I just don't, you know, not to drag it, I just don't see a civilian understanding all of that shit. It's a civilian that was never in the military. I got a quick, and we got a conversation that we do want to have. I want to say something real quick. We not doing a win for the week, not doing a hero of the week. I want to say something though. Stop treating leadership like it's a task. So that's my thing. Stop treating leadership like it's a bulleted task, right? Leadership is leadership. It ain't on you, it's in you. I ain't gonna go too deep there because I don't feel like arguing with Aaron.
I wouldn't have nothing bad. I have no counterpoint for that. I'm in perfect alignment with you, fam.
Yeah, it is not a task. It's not a job to do. It's not something to check off when you're complete. You know, leadership is leadership. It's an all day, every day thing. So treat it that way. You can't turn that shit off. You know, that was my thoughts on that.
Yeah.
Word.
On how that.
I got a quick pick of the week. You wanted to talk to us about Relentless, Aaron, and I want to have that conversation. My pick of the week is a TV show. It's called Pluribus on Apple TV. It's directed by Vince Gilligan, starring I think her name is Ree Seahorn. It's either Ree or Ray, but I wrote it. I either wrote it down wrong or spell check kind of got me. But she was in Better Call Saul. I think the show is amazing. I think what they cooked up so far is like chef's kiss. I don't really want to explain it because they didn't explain it in the trailer, but I'm going to attempt to explain it. A mass kind of traumatic event happens. A world event happens where like everybody, and it's a reason why it happens. I'm not going to explain that, but everybody is almost like a zombie thing, or Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but everybody kind of has like this physical reaction, and then it's a mental reaction. And what happens is everybody's consciousness is synced. So now everybody in the world has a synced consciousness. So this means that like everybody knows how to do everything. So like the 7-year-old kid can now perform like open heart surgery or fly or pilot a plane because he got the same consciousness as the world's greatest pilots. However, now in the story, it's 11 humans on Earth that this did not happen to. But the story follows this one person who's like super bitter and hates this shit. As scientists are trying to figure out a way to get them connected too, but it follows her as she's resisting this shit. And to me, it's incredible. It's conversation. It's so many. It's like world peace. There's no reason to have lights on at night. It's no racism. It's no violence at all. Everybody knows how to do every single thing. And everybody, but whenever you talk to one person, they say we because everybody got the same consciousness. It is right now at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes and like an 8.8 out of 10 on IMDb. But it's a weird show for people because I recommended it to a friend of mine and he's like, "This is weird." I got like 3 or 4. I got like 3 or 4 episodes with it. To me, this shit is incredible. It's great. It's probably a little nerdy, but I love this show, and I'm gonna keep watching it because I want to see where it goes. And it's also one of those shows that make you wonder what would you do if you were in this position. You know what I mean? It's a dude on there. He asked for like 10 concubines, so he got like 10 ladies that just do. Yeah, they all like she met up with like all the people who this didn't happen to that could speak English, and one of the dudes he came in Air Force One. Because, like, don't nobody need Air Force One no more. You know what I mean? But now, when this happened, though, a lot of people died. And they get into that and all of that. It's a lot of things that challenge your way of thinking. It's a super smart show. I really like it. It's on Apple TV. It's called Pluribus. So that's my pick of the week.
Yeah, man. My pick of the week is, my wife got me to watching it because the new show, season 2 is about to come out, man. And it's Landman. So I'm sure it's great. Bro, so she got me on. She said, "You got to watch this. You got to watch this." And I'm like, "Watch what?" But then when I started watching it, man, I had to binge it, man. I couldn't stop watching it, you know. So it's a great show, man. It reminds me of what is Yellowstone? Kind of like
creator.
Yeah, it reminds me of that, man. Yeah. But oh boy, he always played these roles, man. And he great at it every time. You know, he played this type of role. Billy Bob played this type of role, man. So it was a great show. It's my pick of the week, man. If you guys haven't, get on that show, man. It's pretty good.
Yeah, so they got the same creator, the dude Taylor Sheridan.
Taylor Sheridan.
Yeah.
Linus, man. He got some tropes and things. I'm like, but he's good. If you just want something to just watch, good dialogue, you know, the storyline keeps you, man. Taylor Sheridan, he rarely misses. Yeah. He's actually, I heard he got signed. He's going to do the Call of Duty TV show or movie or something.
Well, I thought he did the game. I thought he signed a deal he just signed $1 billion deal with Peacock, $1 billion production deal with Peacock.
So that's crazy because he still has the majority of his stuff through Paramount Studios.
But they ain't want to sign him. Paramount ain't want to redo the deal.
That's ridiculous because Paramount's whole streaming platform is all his properties. Yeah.
Everything. Mayor of Kingstown,
Yellowstone, the reason why people even went to get that service.
Yeah. He got $1 billion deal with Peacock coming. I guess they gonna finish whatever they got going on over there, and then he gonna take his talents to Peacock, man.
Sound like the Giants and Saquon Barkley. Yeah, you got the answers, huh? All right, you gonna learn today.
Like you gotta pay Taylor Sheridan. Paramount is on the back of Taylor Sheridan. That fucking watching Sonic the Hedgehog, it ain't going to keep Paramount going.
Tom Cruise ain't making no Mission Impossible movies, man.
It's a wrap, bro.
Michael Bay ain't making no Transform movies, man. Like, you're done. Yeah. I got to pick my pick of the week. Podcast episode recommendation. You ever listen to the Andrew Huberman Lab, his podcast?
I know about it, actually.
So he's all about, like, it's kind of like bro science, but he is big on maximizing human function and performance. He's like a Stanford professor.
It's a top show. I mean, it's
but if you look at him, he looks like the dude that you see deadlifting in the gym.
I see.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
you got to go.
You got mad tats, like, you know, it's like, yo, all right. But the episode it's with Stephen Pressfield, my favorite author, right? How to Overcome Inner Resistance. Real good episode, man. The thing with Pressfield is he's 82 years old, but when he talks, he's still cognitively, he's up there, man. So real good conversation, recommended. Once again, the Andrew Huberman episode of Stephen Pressfield.
Check it out, man. I'm definitely gonna check it out. Hey, so you wanted to ask us a question about Relentless, right?
Yeah. So this is my second time reading the book.
Mm-hmm.
You know how books, they hit you differently your second or third read, or if someone else kind of relates to you, right? And with Tim Grover, and the main three people that were the subject was Jordan, Kobe Bryant, D Wade, and I forgot who else. But for me, those are the main three, right? Yeah. With Jordan and Kobe, same animal, different beast. But do you all think that, I hate saying toxic, but do you all think that this book, if read by someone who's not mature enough, it'll make them kind of be more of a cutthroat, mercenary type of asshole person? Like, yo, bump this and justify the means. I don't care about none of y'all. Let's go.
Yes.
Do you think? So when you recommend this book, do you put like a preface with your book recommendations, or you like, man, over to you, and we could talk about it afterwards?
Did you hear the way I reviewed it?
Refreshment.
I reviewed it in halves. I reviewed it as the first half as being like great, amazing, and motivating like a drug. Then I specifically kind of pinned the tail on the second half of this book as far as saying it goes to dark places that I don't think is for everybody.
Okay, I do remember that now.
Yeah. And that's what I meant. Everything you asking is what I meant by that.
My daughter, so another book, right? My daughter sent me, my 20-year-old, she sent me this TikTok, and she's like, Dad, why did you read the 48 Laws of Power? Because it's talking about the toxic stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, her nickname is Booby. I was like, Booby, I read that because if I'm dealing with assholes, I want to know how assholes think.
Yeah.
So I'm not reading this to become a super villain in my villain arc. I know that it's kind of like Game of Thrones, man. Everybody wants to be the Starks, but Starks, they got murdered. Because they didn't know how to take the world how it is. I think, so when I read the book, like, I'm not trying to manipulate. I'm like, hey, how are some people? Okay.
Yeah.
And
Robert Greene said it in 48 Laws. I think he said it in 48 Laws of Power.
Like, he said it recently too. Yeah.
This shit ain't for everybody. Everybody ain't gonna be Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I believe that dark side that he's talking about is necessary if you want to be Michael Jordan. Everybody ain't gonna be that. Everybody ain't gonna be Kobe Bryant. That 48 Laws of Power shit. Everybody ain't gonna do all that. That's why we out here. Yeah. To be people of the world.
Yeah. My takeaway from Relentless, man, is it reaffirms to me that in some cases there is no balance. If you are truly trying to gain something, you are pushing all your chips to the center of the table in some cases.
And there's
always a trade-off.
I think if you want to be tip top, like top of the hill, you nothing else matters but the one thing. I do think that. Like,
yeah, I tell you what I think. I think what I got from the book was more like do not look up into being great. Put the work in. You know what I mean? Put the work in. Like, some people, like, things they do is like look, right? You like, oh shit, I won this, and I got this to this part, but you knew you didn't put the work in for it, right? You put the work in, it's sustainable, right? You can keep doing it, right? You can fall back on your fundamentals or whatever the case may be, but I think that's what I got out of it, man. If anything, put the work in, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I got out of it.
Yeah, but you're probably not going to be a good family man.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to be a good anything else. That's the dark side part that we talk about. If you want to be not even great, if you want to be the top of the hill, remember, for this elite, nobody touching you, it's places you got to go that not everybody's willing to go.
And it's not sustainable. It is not sustainable. It's not.
What you mean by that? Like it has an expiration date, or it can't happen? Because it happened with Michael Jordan, and it.
Okay, there's always a trade-off.
Yes, yes, that's the point.
Okay, Mike, I can speak to this at a different time, but his family dynamics are warped.
Yes,
to a point, right? Like LeBron, you keep using sports, but LeBron James spoke on his wife's podcast. What's her name? We'll make sure. What's LeBron's wife's name? Savannah James, her podcast, right? And everyone looks and presents them as like, she's got it. That's the ideal couple with NBA. And LeBron's like, man, shit ain't easy, right? They had their friction points. There's a trade-off to that, right?
Yes.
We miss, for us, we are 1% and 1%, right? That's not arrogant, but it is what it is. You miss out on birthdays. You miss out on some things. The day-to-day. Sometimes can you fully have your brain fully present while you're on the couch, watching My Little Pony with your daughter or something like that? It takes effort.
Yes.
It really does, man. So to attempt to answer your question, man, it's not sustainable. It is not. It's not meant to be sustainable. You can't drive a car at the max speed all the time. What's going to happen to the car?
Right. I woke up at 3:00 this morning.
And why is that?
So I could go to the gym and get home before my wife wakes up, so she didn't have to wake up to make breakfast for the baby or to get the baby out of the bed. So I woke up at 3:00 this morning so I could try to be the best. Oh, by the way, I knew I had to do the podcast, right? So I want to try to be the best husband and do a podcast as I'm putting in work every day at my job till about 17:45. But now what's lacking right now? We not making clips. We don't have no clips. Like it
trade off.
It's always going to be one. And you got to decide. Like people used to ask me, like, "Hey, I know you do the podcast. What's going to happen when you do CMC shit?" Last command, I was able to do clips and shit. This command, I'm not as able to do clips. And by the way, being at the command longer, it takes away. And I told my wife, because I went to work on a Saturday one day, and she's like, "You going to work on a Saturday?" I'm like, I know when I need to lock in, and this is one of those moments that I need to lock in. I know it. I know when I don't need to lock in. I wasn't locking in. I wasn't like locking in for no reason at my last command. I was locking in for a reason at this command. So the point I was making is something is going to trade off. So no more clips. I'm at work.
I just want to throw something out there, though, man.
What's up?
Some people think, see, that's why I'm getting out the Navy or the Army or the service. That is not exclusive to military lifestyle. That is across the corporate, whatever you're doing, right?
Yeah.
To be a cleaner and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It is not because that's a military thing. It is not. It's everywhere.
And if that's why you're getting out, then we're different. I had to go lock in that day. You know what I mean? I had to, but like I said, again, I woke up at 3 today so I could be the best dad I could be for. So the time that I'm not going to be with my wife it's an hour. We probably got like 30 minutes left recording. So it's going to be this hour and a half that I'm doing this podcast. I pretty much was cooked for my daughter and my wife, fed my daughter, was still able to go work out. Right. And then after this, I got some more house stuff to do. I just took my wife's hair out the other day, helped her do that. I just cleaned something for her. Like it's a juggle, and something's going to lack. And what's currently lacking is clips, and that's just an example. We ain't even talk about greatness.
And your previous our previous 2 episodes, people hit me up. I had a friend, she was like, y'all really had a great last episode. Your cadence, there was some jewels there. But those reels pull people in. There's always a trade-off, man. But I want to say, both y'all are doing a healthy, relentless type mindset. You already said yours. You had no excuse. I'm getting up at 3, bump my sleep. I'm going to take care of my stuff. And then I'm going to take care of my daughter and my wife. Damon was like, yo, I love y'all be doing this. Yo, I got a scrimmage. My boy got a scrimmage today. I'm not missing that, period.
Yeah.
Not coachable.
Yeah.
That's like taking the dark side, but kind of like channeling it in the best way to do it.
Yeah. And like you said, Aaron, it's not sustainable. So for like somebody that's listening, you can't lock in every day. You gotta give a day or two back.
Bro.
You gotta get something back. You can't lock in every single day. It just don't matter. You gotta sit down and watch Pluribus. You know, I've been watching the Pennywise show, trying to get caught up in that. Like you gotta give something back. So
I'll read my comics, nerd out. That's what I do, man.
Yeah, you gotta sit with your baby, and that's not just giving it back to the people. That's also giving it back to yourself. All right, let's fight. I know Damon about to leave. So before we do that, I think Damon wanted to talk about retention goals.
No, real quick, man. It was just something I ran across, man. We had 99%, bro, retention in exceeding 99% in FY 2025, man. So sometimes I hear people always, in the background. I'll be listening in my office and people talking about, hey, a lot of people getting out the Navy, blah blah blah. Yeah. It could be, but hey, retention is great though. I just want everybody to know, hey, retention is great, man. 99%.
A lot of people getting out is anecdotal information, like Mongo said. It's anecdotal, like it ain't true.
Yeah,
it isn't true. 99 is what we see. So
yeah, X.
Y'all gotta do better. Like I want to fight. I want to talk. Not fight. I want to talk about politics so bad. Like we're gonna talk about politics, y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know if Damon gonna be here for the whole conversation. So I'm getting this. This ain't even gonna be a long.
Let's jump it. All right.
Damon ain't
gonna do better. Be more informed. Period. We talked about it yesterday at my sales all hands, right? And I said that I don't like when people say they don't know. There's too much information. It's too easily accessible to be uninformed and then misinformed. Every checkout that I have, you should be like, hey, I know what nav admin is. I know what a meal purse manual is. So to me, my do better is be informed. Be properly informed. There's no excuses for that. None.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, mine is go ahead, Damo.
Nah, because I'm just gonna argue, Aaron. That's all. So I don't have a do better, so I'll wait for yours to argue.
Yeah, hey, my do better, man. First, I want to say, hey, nothing against the people that work at the restricted barracks. I love you guys. You guys gave me a lot of information, right? But so I just had one of my sailors just went to the mass and he got on restriction. So this is brand new to me because normally I'm on ship when I talk about restrictions and all that stuff. So this on short duty thing, when it comes to restriction, is a little bit different. So I read the instruction about, the barracks and all that stuff and what I have to do to bring my sailor over there and all that. My problem we got to do better is that I got one sailor that's probably going to be over there for, say, for example, 30 to 45 days. But I have to give a E5 or E6 for 180 days if I bring a sailor over there. I think that's crazy. And I think we need to relook at this thing, man. Like, that is crazy to me. I'm giving up a sailor for 180 days because I had a sailor that go on restriction, man. Like, I think that is...
So you're losing two... Well, you're losing one sailor and then you got a sailor on restriction.
Yes. It's crazy to me, man.
Need a chaperone.
And if I'm wrong about that and I read the instruction, let me know. Hit me up, man, because that is crazy to me. And I'm most definitely gonna talk about it at another meeting. When a meeting we gonna have, it's crazy.
When I saw restricted barracks in your notes, I thought it was just like the other thing about like not a lot of shore duties have restricted barracks anymore. And I don't know if it's an aviation thing or not, but I'm at my second command. In 5 years, I've been third command in 5 years. That wasn't a C platform, and it wasn't no restricted barracks, bro. So sailors ain't even going on restriction in these shore duty shits. They losing pay. They 45, but they from what I'm seeing, I ain't seeing no restricted barracks. That shit would work.
That affects punishment. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got to argue though, man. Let's go ahead and argue, bro.
No, because before that you said something and you do better. And so my question about your do better, well, that was an argument too, but I don't know if it's an argument. It's not an argument. My question about your do better is this. Do you think that the means in which this information is, like the means in, so yes, we have information and we have access to it. It's a lot of information. It's a lot of documents, a lot of MilPers, man, a lot of OpNav instructions, legal instruction. It's a lot of shit. Do you think that this and you didn't put it on a certain demographic of seller? You just said get your information. So I want to make sure that's clear. Do you think that the information that's available is being delivered the way that people digest information nowadays?
Yes. Because we are trying their best to utilize the social media, right? If you see the what do you call them on IG? The slides or the tabs?
Carousel.
They're trying to use carousels. Last year, they wasn't doing that. Right? I remember times we would talk, he was like, yo, these carousels are getting better engagement than some of these like traditional reels.
Yeah.
So they're trying to meet the times. And it's all the way. They'll do the social media stuff. They'll do it traditional, right? The fact sheets, y'all favorite, right? All that is there. You know what I'm saying? So to answer the question, yes.
Yeah, I disagree. I think we are, let me elaborate. I think we are moving in the right direction with what we doing, especially my Navy HR. Hey, shout out to y'all. Love y'all, you know what I mean? But especially my Navy HR. I think we moving in the right direction, but I think we have a database, a backlog of shit that's old that we also need to bring people to, like some of these MilPers, mans and stuff like. It's an answer to a lot of the questions that we ask, but some people just don't even know where those answers are. And I think that we could start updating the way we do shit.
I mean, they got a whole app for messages, and it's like, how hard is it to go on a site? Shut up, man. How hard is it to go on a site?
Listen, I'm not even fighting that. Have you used that app?
Yes. After you told me to get it.
That app. All right, you review the app. Out of 5, review the app.
This app is ass. This is horrible.
It's
still there. You can
Would your
navigate
man
it.
say it's a 2-pack of ass?
Yeah, bro.
Trash. Hot trash. But it's there, and I still got the information I needed.
It's one good thing about the app. It works. That's the only good thing about that app. That app is ass. And we have people.
Hey, is that going to be the picture for the episode? Buttons like your
Bro, we got people that can make that better. But yes, that app exists. And I wrote that, I pushed that to my leadership in the leadership meeting too. Like, and I had to push it twice. I'm like, hey, are y'all looking at that map? It's down. No,
hey, do better. Hey, Navy, Marine Corps, stop being so damn cheap with these apps. Stop. How about that? Do better with that.
Yeah.
We still got to argue though, by the way.
Well, before that, just not to stretch it out any. Let me. Yeah. Thanks, Damon. Thanks for that text message you just sent. Look at your phone, Aaron, please.
I got a D&D.
Well, take it off D&D for a
Oh,
second.
yeah. All right. So for the listeners, man, I'm multitasking. I'm sitting in the chair. I was like, yo, what's up with this? I was clipping my nails.
Yeah.
And I like put.
You're muted now.
Click.
Oh. No, you're not muted.
I was over there, click. My fault, man. I'm sitting there. My fault. Thank you, David.
Well, for the listeners, Aaron does a lot of shit that I don't know yet, that he's kind of fully engrossed in the fact that he's on an audio broadcast. Like, he taps the table. Like, you do it. Hey, bro, you making that face, bro. I can talk about a lot of shit you do. He like rummages through papers and shit. He does not know that the listeners can hear all of this shit, yo. They can hear everything. They can hear you breathe if you're breathing fucked up. But we talked about first classes, and I talked about the regard I hold first classes in and stuff like that. And I want to say this to So I want to say this. The most powerful person in a negative way at a command is a messy person of leadership, whether that be first class, chief, or whatever. The people that get in rooms that they should be in and represent people right, and conversations happen in those rooms, and then they leave rooms and they go and just be messy. You know, I ain't gonna get too deep into that, but like when you get access, like be responsible with that access and use it the right way and continue to take care of people. I know y'all know what I mean, so I don't feel like I need to elaborate. Somebody else might be like, what does he talk about? I know y'all, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. You know, don't be messy. All right, let's go. Hey, Damon, you want to leave now before me and Aaron start talking about politics? I know you got to go.
Yeah, I think so, man. So I won't be in the middle of you going at it. But this shit finna be crazy, guys.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be crazy, man. We need a crazy.
I tell you what I'm going to do though for the listener. So I'm gonna listen back at this argument they about to get in, and I'm gonna take some notes, man. And I'm gonna come back and have something to say about this, man.
Well, I don't think it's gonna be as bad with you going. Actually, you actually boosted me a little bit. I don't know, but like I'm chilling now. We about to just have a informed conversation now that you're leaving.
I got
backup.
Oh, you need some backup, Damo? I got a few more minutes, man. Let's go.
Well, we're gonna talk a little bit about politics because on the last episode, you know, I'm doing a watch back, doing an edit, and Aaron, he was talking about how he feel like I pretty much you feel like it's a necessity to be informed about politics.
Yes.
All right, and I'm challenging that, and because I want to know why. So the first thing is I want to know why, I want to know how, and I want to know when. That's a lot of first things. But my first question, I guess, is what does it mean to be? What do you mean? Like, what's the baseline for that?
Have a basic understanding of civics. Understand that the people in suits determine what the people in NWUs and BDUs deploy to. The people in suits determine how much your pay is. The people in suits determine if you're going to open up another CDC.
Yeah.
So understand that the policymakers affect the warfighter and the people who support the warfighter.
All right. Well, I mean, I can't really argue that. So, conversation.
No, you can argue today, bro. You got to, man.
I don't really have. So, can we take it out of like the military kind of aspect? Let's just talk community, neighborhood, or just the world, like the country.
How you mean?
Because of military, like, so even military aspect, like, if you're not, in my opinion, right? And now I'm just gonna sound crazy this whole time because you let off with a really good, like, it's like a good opening combo. You know what I mean? The shit hurt. You know, you step back, so you don't know how I feel till you get punched in the face. You know what I mean? Why? I guess that's still my question: is why? What if I'm gonna do whatever? What if I signed up to serve the country and I'm gonna do whatever the fuck they tell me to do, no matter what? Why do I need to know? Why do I need to know what is going on? Like, because at our level, the MCPON is going places, having conversations, and we getting that information, and that matters. So I wasn't necessarily talking about at that level. I'm more talking about like, what's his dude name? Like Matt Gaetz or whatever his name. Who's that guy? Who's that? Matt Gaetz or whatever?
He was a Florida representative.
Yeah,
Matt
like,
Gaetz.
I don't know. Yeah, him, right? I don't know who the fuck that is. And never want to know who he is or care to know who he is. And I would like to know why I would need to know who that guy is. I'm not really talking about military changes and shit like that, because that shit, it does matter to me.
All right, so I'm trying to skip. All right, I now have 2 children who are of voting age.
Uh-huh.
All right. They are Maryland residents. They vote, right? Shouldn't those young adults, those citizens have an idea and have a vested interest in what Governor Westmore wants to enact with his administration for the state of Maryland.
I mean, so you're talking from the view. So I'm gonna be straight. The first time I've ever voted was just this last election, right? So that's the first time I voted in my life, right? So you're talking from the standpoint of a responsible American, or the standpoint of somebody that's just here living life, man. Like just here living life.
Politics affects any and everything. I went to Harris Theater this morning just to grab some breakfast things for me and my daughter because she with me this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Not my full grocery list. Just a box of waffles and some odds and ends.
Yeah.
Why am I leaving after spending $125 for something like that?
Yeah.
Politics affects that. Diplomacy and trade and all that affects that.
Yeah, but why do somebody gotta be like, cause my question is like when and how too. Like, so why do somebody gotta, the shit going up, prices going up. Now, why somebody gotta be invested in understanding why or how? Cause my question
what quality of life do you want for Amari to have?
A good quality of life that I intend to provide.
There are people that are elected that have a direct impact on how our families grow, progress, and live. Amanda, my ex-wife, right? Her job with spousal preference. She's overqualified for all the jobs she's had. But I know that her spousal preference that was earned, right? Well, bestowed upon her.
Yeah.
Was key in her starting her career.
Yeah.
Right? That took a policymaker to go advocate for that based off of a town hall saying, hey,
yeah,
how do we get people to stay in? I'm not staying in. Why? I can't have a family as a service member. How? Man, my husband can't get their footing in their career because we PCS all the time.
Yeah.
You know what? Hey, Jim, take a note on that. How can we take care of spouses?
Yeah, but I guess my question is, why do somebody need to invest their time into something that they don't care about in moments that, like, so if you're a gun owner, yeah, you might start reading up on guns and learning about guns if you're a gun owner. But for instance, like me, right? Mm-hmm. I work Monday through Friday. I'm off Saturday and Sunday, right? Monday through Friday, I'm up at I should be up at 4, right? So I'm up sometime in between 4 and 6. I go to work. I work all day. It's a full days of work. It's a full day of work. So I'm not learning about politics during that time of work. When I get off work, I get my daughter from daycare. I take my daughter home from daycare, and then we do shit that you do with your 2-year-old when they get home from daycare. That now takes me to about sometime between 8 and 10 o'clock at night, right? Normally it's closer to 10, right? So now I'm tired and want to go to sleep. That's Monday through Friday. Saturday, wake up at 3 o'clock, do the podcast, work out, do the podcast, do all of those things, then go back to doing dad shit. Sunday is church. Monday, I'm right. What time do I have to be hey, I'm about to lock in for an hour and care about politics?
It's not locking in for an hour. Your screen time. And look, I know I profess to be a history guy and a researcher, right? But you have that as well. When Fleet Kemp, when he said, hey man, the research you did, man, you pulled back the stones.
Yes.
How did you get that level of preparation and knowledge on Ray Kemp for that episode?
I cared.
How much prep you have for that? You cared.
Yeah, I cared.
And you made the time.
Yeah.
All right, I'll use me. I'm not diving in an hour, 2 hours. My doom scroll in the morning, right? My algorithm is set up to where I got some sports, I got some complex nonsense.
Yeah.
And then I'll see something like, hey, there's an argument about this bill.
Yeah.
Pique my interest. I'm going to go down the rabbit hole of valid sources.
See, that's my argument. That's my argument with you.
When you care,
that's my argument with you. You said it piqued your interest. And
Yes.
your argument is that you want other people to care. That was the crux of your argument.
I say people should.
Why?
Because it affects too much. It affects what's your day to day.
Hey, I gotta get up out of here, but I want to say something real quick. Like, so I don't care about politics either, right? I don't really care that much about it. Now, I also feel like my vote, when I vote on something, right? I do my little research and I vote just for what I'm thinking about and what I'm doing and whatever, right? But if I did all this research on politics, on anything, it will be to talk to somebody else about it, to try to lure them in to whatever I'm believing in. And I don't want to do that, right? I'm not that person, right? So think about it. Knowledge is power, right? When you get all this knowledge and stuff.
Applied knowledge is power.
Yeah, true, right?
You could be a brainiac sitting there not doing shit with it.
Facts, right? Facts. I agree with you. But I'm learning this stuff for a reason, right? So if I don't care about politics and I don't care that much about it, I'm not finna sit there and read about it or learn about it because I'm not trying to deliver this to nobody.
I think we should.
So Damon kind of bridged one of my thoughts that, like I said, I got punched in the face at first, but he kind of bridged one of my thoughts. Me personally, right? It's not much that I've ever invested my time in to learn that I didn't then want to become a part of, right? So I invested I watched enough movies that I went and got a film degree. You know, I listened to enough music that I decided to make an album. I listened to enough podcasts that I decided to now have a podcast that lasts 5 years long. I've listened to enough audiobooks and read enough books now that I do intend to write, right? So like politics, like I don't know what you're saying or what you recommend, but I know myself. And I know that if I start like tapping into politics, I'm going to want to be a politician, you know? And it's somewhere in me that would like to do that at some point too, but that's a little bit later in life. But now, like half of that shit they talk about, man, I don't care about
we are American citizens, right? I just think there's too much that I gotta put this. We would not be in the military and have the rates, especially as we have, if it wasn't for politics. There would not be women on ships if it wasn't for politics. It wouldn't.
Yes, and you care about that bridge. Like you care about that connective tissue, right? Because it's something that you're interested in, right?
Because I live in this country, we pay taxes, and you know, it's. I'm not saying for anyone to go down a rabbit hole, but be informed to the point of where you want to become a politician. You should become an advocate. You should be informed.
An advocate for what?
Advocate.
Quality of life, equality.
I mean, you could do that. You could, it's people out here doing that without being.
But you can't.
You can't do that in China, but you can do that anywhere else.
A person cannot make a valid argument if they're not informed to form said argument.
Fact.
Yo, man, I think that that more people should be able to get federal jobs.
Yeah.
Now, right? When I read that book, Half American, which is like one of my staples, right? And I dove into Executive Order 8802, which said, hey, you can't, the DOD industry jobs will be open to all qualified people. It wasn't. That put it to make it happen.
Yeah, I guess my only argument is coming off of your sentiment that people should care more about politics. But you standing on that, and
I'm never gonna budge.
Yeah, I don't.
Politics will do you before.
How often have you been mad?
People cannot PCS because of politics.
How often?
Last year or 2 years ago, they could not confirm the CNO and several other critical people because of a political grandstanding or tactics.
Yeah.
And that affected the mission.
Because of Matt Geis, right? He was a part of
it. No. Because of, what's that? What's the used to be the coach of Auburn?
If he a politician, I don't know who the. But
I'm looking up right now, but he.
Well, my question for you is this: how often does like politics affect your emotion?
If I allow it.
Well, I mean the circumstance.
It used to affect me a lot, but now my expectation management is so low. I don't expect nothing from these guys.
All right, damn it. So your expectation management is low.
Yeah.
My expectation management is low too. So why invest my time in it?
Because it affects my kids. It affects my friends. It affects my family. I'm saying, Amanda, so my co-parent, my ex, she federal employee,
right,
getting a fraction of her paychecks.
Yeah,
that's garbage.
But what did you
expected to give a full work day?
Yeah, but how did your investment into just knowing and understanding that affect it? How is just having that information like making an impact?
Ask that question again, please.
What impact is just having that information? It ain't like, yo, Aaron know about this, so we gonna go this way. You just know it. Like, hey, I'm just making an example for the listeners. Hey, I'm getting fucked, and I know I'm getting fucked, but there ain't shit I can do about it if I get fucked.
There's always something you can do about it.
Like, what are you with your knowledge? Like what? Because your indictment is that like I should care, right? So my question is, with your knowledge and the care that you have, what impact has that made?
For me, I'm a better informed voter. For me, it made me a better parent. The young adults that I'm now supporting, still raising, they're navigating the world as informed people. They're not as easily swayed and influenced when they go and they exercise their right to vote.
Yeah,
right. They're not just taking some piece of paper that someone gave them and voting down the line, choosing red or blue.
Yeah.
When I have arguments with somebody in the mess,
yeah,
and I don't agree with them, I got mentors and friends that I love them to death. I disagree with them wholeheartedly. I can still hold an argument with them and understand their viewpoint. I ain't got to agree with it.
Yeah,
but I have a better understanding. And sometimes I have had my opinions changed, but it only came from having an engaged, informed conversation, argument, for me being more informed and having a reasonable care or give a shit into politics.
So it's helping you win arguments?
No.
So
not solely.
Yeah. I know you said a couple other things.
Argument, I'm not trying to just win an argument. I'm trying to convey thought.
Yeah.
Now, if a person decides to have a change of heart, change of mind, that came from a healthy dialogue.
So when I lived in Cali, the Proposition 52 was coming out or whatever that was, like where they was starting to get rid of using plastics and, all of that stuff. Like you couldn't use plastic bags and all that. And like I looked at it and read it. It was a lot of legally or whatever political speak. But I mean, the proposition was happening whether I like knew about it or not, or liked it or not. Like I'm maneuvering in a world where this thing is happening. Like it's not like, I don't know. It was happening to me. It wasn't happening for me. Like I can't like, you could like, politics is a man-made thing. Like it's of this world. It's a thing of this world. It didn't exist in the inception of the world. Like, so you could be, it was good parents in the world before politics became a part of it. Right. Like, I don't know. I
want to, we're down. We got time now. I was trying to find a definition for politics. The art of science and government.
Yeah.
Concerned with guiding or influencing governmental policy.
Yeah.
Competition between interest groups or individuals. Look of life. Where am I going with this?
You're going, I want you, because I want to make sure that we reframe, like, you know.
Well, then let's recenter the
I want to
conversation.
make sure we understand where we are, because I'm not obtuse to things that's happening in DC, right? I'm not. Actually, like this year, I read, I think 2 or 3 books about politics, like the inner workings of politics. Anyway, right? But I'm not somebody that's like following congressional meetings and hearings on YouTube. That's the reason why my first question was, what do you mean by being into politics? Because I'm not into it. Like I don't know all, like how some people in the sports, they know all the football players' names and all that. I don't know all them representative. What's Jasmine Crockett? Like I know who she is, but I've just heard Jasmine Crockett speak for the first time like 6 days ago or whatever, right? Like just heard her voice, right?
What kind of quality of life do you want when you retire?
A quality of life that I'm going to create for myself, no matter who's in office, bro.
As a veteran, what type of quality of life do you want to have?
A good, to answer your question, I want to have a good quality of life.
All right. So, anyone wearing this uniform after one obligation or after we're hung up, we've done 4 or 5 obligations. Is the wear and tear on your body and your mind going to be strenuous, crazy?
Did you just ask a question?
I'm asking a question, yeah.
What's the question?
All right, let me come better with it. A veteran, anyone who wears uniform, right? Whether they've done 4 years or 24, 34 years.
Yeah.
Is there a cost, mentally, spiritually, and physically, with wearing this uniform and serving this country?
A cost, right? So,
spiritual, emotional, and physical cost.
My short answer is yes. That's my short answer. Is yes. Because you're trapping me into giving you these short answers. So I'm dancing with you.
I'm not trying to win, trying to trap.
I'm dancing. My short answer is yes, but it's a fucking. I'll say this: it's a sliding scale of the impact of that for different people for different reasons.
All right. Do you think? I remember this one quote. They said that you judge a country by how she treats her heroes, right? Do you think that a country should take care of our veterans?
Yes.
All right. How do we ensure that we take care of our veterans?
Like, now you're asking me, like, I don't know what you're trying to ask right now.
All right. I'll just say it. It's through policy. The VA hiring, like taking a hard look at veteran affairs at the VA and medical and allocating money and saying we're going to hire more people. We're going to put people on the phones. That came from policy makers. Policymakers formed by elected officials who are politicians.
Yeah. So it's parts
and that stuff for us is not going to happen if people don't have a vested interest in advocating and knowing who's the person that could put that into writing and argue it for implementation.
Everything you just said was a fact, right? Everything you just said was a fact. Those things are not what I'm looking for to dictate my future. That's the first thing, right? The second thing about that is this. It's also some grassroots shit that people could do to help vets as well. Not just going to DC to get things passed. And like, we could do some human shit and just take care of each other a little bit better than we do. That's a thing too. You know what I mean? And that don't have nothing to do with knowing about politics outside of when you need to. Because again, another big part of my argument is like, hey, when it's time to know about something, for instance, if I was poised to have to advocate for like vets, I would do my research and learn it and build my kind of armor up to know what I'm fighting. You know what I mean? So I would, but I'm not on a Wednesday night clicking my YouTube on and saying, hey, let me see what's going on in the political world. I'm not putting myself through that stress.
Do you pay taxes?
Yes. Do I pay attention to the taxes I pay? No, it's me being me, and it's probably some other people I'm speaking for. They just take my fucking money, bro. Like,
and no. You don't want your money to go towards meaningful things?
Bro, I just know that and I'm just being honest here. I know I pay taxes. That's all I know. I'm not digging deep into what taxes I just
old
know
is
I pay
Amari now?
taxes. She almost 2.
Would you like her to be in schools that have meaningful after-school programs to help her grow as a person and nurture her?
Yo, these parental questions that you asking, bro, like
Yeah.
where I'm having a hard time with it is because I think I'm getting trapped into this question corner of this part of it where I feel positioned like that it's not a part of it that I have power in, bro. I got power in after school programs for Amari. I can find an after school, like it's not like she's subjugated to like whatever it is that's available. Like if I want her to go to a better program, we gonna take her to a better program.
So when I say politics, I mean on state, federal level. Okay. I'm not trying to trap you. I'm trying.
No, but it's your question line. So for instance, it's like no matter if I care or not what's going on in DC, it's going to be after school programs available.
No, they won't.
Me caring about what's going on in DC is not going to change. Like me, Damo caring about what's going on in DC is not going to impact after school programs. There are going to be after school because you care, bro. You got it.
No, I care.
You got the mantle. I don't need to have the mantle.
What if I don't want the mantle no more?
Give it to another person that cares, bro. Like I don't have to care about it.
Everyone, this is real that I showed to the first class in Chiefs last year, and it was Adam Kinzinger and Ryan Holiday talking about it. And Kinzinger talked about how he went against his party for all the reasons, right?
Uh-huh.
He made this point. He said, there is no super Congress. No one wants to be the first person to go over that wall, right? There are times it's going to fall to you. I'm bringing an analogy. I hope it hits and it applies. If someone dropped in front of you and they couldn't breathe, would you say like, man, I ain't got this one. Hey, you got this one? You pretty good with this. Or you can try to render some care to them?
I'm going to answer your question. The analogy it ain't going to work, but I'm going to answer the question. I'm going to try.
I ain't trying to make it work. I'm trying to say relevant.
I'm going to try to render care.
Why?
Because I want to save the person's life. I have an interest in making sure that person is, alive. And I feel like I have the ability to it. I got the skill to do it. I got an interest in making sure that person is alive. And that's just a part of my principle base. Everyone
has the ability to affect change in politics from just being informed and having a care. Going back to, I'll reframe it.
You think you ate?
No, I don't. I'm not trying to eat, right?
No,
going back, I'll reframe it like politics affects everything. Our kids, I'm going back to the parent thing because nothing is more precious than our children, right? Do you think someone should have to drive 40 minutes to take their child to elementary school?
You said, do I think they should? Yo, these questions. These questions you asking. I don't think they should.
Do you think that there should be schools within vicinity of communities within 10 to 15 minutes?
Yes.
There's politics that makes to where they close schools because people don't advocate and say, no, we need a school to stay open or a school that needs to redistrict, all that stuff. Yeah. That's all based off state, local politics.
Yeah. But that's not
it affects fight, everything.
But it's not my fight. It's not my fight.
It is your fight because you got a little person that you made.
No, it's not my fight. I mean, I wish it was. For the listeners who agree with Aaron, I wish it was my fight. It's not my fight.
Whose fight is it? Your neighbors?
I mean, it's not a fight that I care about, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't care
you gotta
about
care, man.
That. I don't.
You gotta care.
I don't, though. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have a.
Have you bought a home before?
I bought a home, yes.
Did you utilize your VA loan?
Yes.
Who decided to say we need to go ahead and take care of returning veterans?
It was a political decision. if it wasn't, then I wouldn't have had a VA loan and still would have eventually bought a house, bro. Like whether they made that decision or not, or whether I personally cared about, like, because again, my only argument, right, it's not that politics is not important. I never argued that. Like, I think it's important, and I think the people that have an interest and the people that's doing that, I think they are important. You know, my only rejection is the idea that I should care or that everybody should care. And maybe your point is if everybody cared, things could be different, right? Because you got more. I think that's the point you're making. I think like that if everybody did care and if everybody was involved, like more changes and better things could happen because like that's where. So now I'm kind of getting to where I think your point is. And I think it's because the action is happening there. So if more people were invested in it, then the more people that's investing could actually like impact the action, right? I think that's what you're getting at, right? Pretty much, right?
I just think if you got a pulse and you live in here, wherever, you should have a care, right? Yeah. You say my question. I'm alive in a question, right? Do you think that, what's your stance on the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell? Do you think that's a good thing?
Yo, why are we talking about Don't Ask, Don't Tell, bro? like what you try to...
Because it affects.
Yeah. I mean...
Do you think that's a good thing?
Well, yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. We've had people on this pod that directly affected them and their quality of life and how they served.
Yeah.
Right? If no one advocated politically to say this is negative, get it out of here, it still would be happening right now. If someone said, that ain't my fight, man, but then you'd be right next to someone who
Somebody did say that wasn't their fight, though. That's the point I'm making. The point I'm making is millions of people probably said that wasn't their fight, bro. Like, that's the point I'm making. Like, it wasn't that wasn't my fight then. Like I wasn't there for that. Like I wasn't involved in that decision making.
Because it doesn't affect you directly?
No, because I was like 22 years old and didn't know what the fuck was going on in the world, bro. But, and it actually affected us directly in that case. But what I'm saying is everybody can't be everything. That's the show, Pluribus. That's the show. That's pretty much the concept of the show. It's like everybody's everything in that show. What I'm saying is everybody can't be everything. Not everybody has to. Like,
I agree with you. Everyone does not need to be not social media. Everyone doesn't need to be running for office. But everyone could just have some level of give a shit to know.
Yeah, I don't disagree, man.
Right? You're gonna have grandchildren someday.
Well, I agree with that.
That there are politics from the Reagan era that's affecting stuff now.
Yeah.
Whether you agree with it or you don't.
Yeah.
And that's over 40 years ago.
Yeah, but I know about that, bro. And maybe, I don't know. And we got to stop this soon because I think we love each other too much. But and maybe also...
No, we good. There's nothing... Right?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
This would be the same convo we'd have on the commute in the mornings when I hit you up early or... We get
and that's why I think we got to stop because it's not bad enough. Like we killing each other more, but that's why I think we got to stop.
I'm not gonna kill you, but you wouldn't kill me with that.
Yeah, but I want somebody to debate with that I could fucking crush, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
what you mean crush?
Like, I want to debate. I want to have a debate with somebody about
want some heat
movies or something, and I want to be able to like make them feel. Like me and you talk about politics is at the end of the day, it's going to be us agreeing to disagree, right?
No, I don't do that. I just disagree.
But
you should be. You should be more involved with politics.
But also it's like you kind of just made my point about how everybody's not going to be as involved or whatever you just said. That kind of made my point, and I kind of made your point too.
Everyone's not giving a major. Go ahead, bro.
And it also comes with this, and I don't know where you think I am when it comes to politics, but it comes with this assumption that I think we both have an assumption. I think my assumption is by you saying that I need to be more involved with politics, that like you think that I Like, I don't even know where the scale of where you think I am in politics is, but like,
I'll just say what
you vote every election.
I have.
Yeah. See, yeah, I'm not doing that shit.
But I'm not like, I have. It affects much. My mother.
And when you vote, you know who everybody on the ballot list is and like what they.
It is not possible. I try to the best of my ability.
Yeah, see, and that's the difference. I don't try, bro. I don't like. When do you have time to try?
By taking the simple thing, I make the time.
Yeah, see, I'm not making time for
but
that.
But it's not. When I say make the time.
That's our.
When I say make the time, I'm not crippling myself for some marathon type of level. It is something as simple as setting my algorithm, right? To look at some things and also to make sure that I try my best not have an echo chamber.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know,
one
of my main mentors is, and I argue with him all the time, but I don't unfriend because I know that's my chosen fam. We have arguments. It helps me. I help him, right? As far as breaking that thing. My thing for you, right? My request, right, as a person on this platform and as a good friend, right? I think I always say your ceiling is you have no ceiling what you have, right? You compel hearts and minds, right? To be informed and to give a shit, right? Mm-hmm. That is the innate talent that the higher power that God gave you. And I see that as your friend. I think that, I don't want to say it's selfish. I think it's just like, it's just short. There's so much that you could do with that when you decide, if and when you decide.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just,
and I think your kid and whoever's yet to come, they're owed that. You owe it to yourself.
Yeah, it's just a politics thing for me that I can't. And then it's also shit that we can't talk about on a podcast that impacts the way I think about politics too. But it's shit we can't. It's things we can't talk about.
We will be apolitical in how we move, but you're not gonna be apolitical in thought. It's not possible.
Now let's get to your last point. Let's get to the other point you made. Let's pivot from this because I don't. It's not going to be concluded to me. And I'm interested in what people that listen think.
I think the comments will be great in you know what I'm saying?
But the last point you had that wasn't really a part of us kind of having a debate was about being apolitical in the military, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, let me read that off. Let me try to pull it up. Sorry, y'all. And no, I'm not clipping my nails.
Can active duty realistically vote and be apolitical?
Yeah.
Right. Now, that was a question. I'm interested in your answer, though.
Say no.
Why do you say no?
Whenever you go to that voting booth, you're voting on policies, you're voting on it's opinion. Apolitical means to be, if I'm not mistaken, without doing the smartphone thing.
I just pulled it up in the dictionary.
What's apolitical stand for? Do you mind shooting that off?
Me. It's me. Not interested or involved in politics.
Okay.
It's me.
If you are a voting person, there's no way you could be apolitical if you're voting in the military. There's no way. Because when you vote, you're voting because you want certain policies, things to get enacted, certain stances. You're forming an opinion.
Yeah.
Now, so when they say you got to be apolitical, you could be apolitical in your speech, the way that you move, making sure that, say for us, that if we have a difference of opinion from people that we advise or who lead us or who we lead, right? You will be apolitical in that, without question.
Yeah.
Red, blue, purple, apolitical. I have proteges that I can't stand up politics, and it will not waver me from making sure that I help develop them personally and professionally. That's being apolitical. But to think that someone's going to be in the military and be apolitical in their thought, no. Ain't no way, no.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, I just saw something today that should have been apolitical. It's so much stuff I'm seeing now from offices in our departments, whether that's whatever department, that we would assume should be apolitical, that does not come across as apolitical. I watched a video today that I'm like, man, and it's like, is some of this shit be like forced to be political? Like, man, this didn't feel apolitical. This didn't feel apolitical. This felt political. You know what I mean? And I'm seeing that more now than ever before. You know what I mean? And I'm not taking a shot at nobody, but I've never seen us as political in the military. I've seen us way more apolitical. To my definition of apolitical.
I mean, the veteran community is always heavy in politics.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times because, you have to stifle some of your speech, right? Yeah. But then you see things, your quality of life. If you took Lieutenant Dan Forrest Gump as a real person, he'd be rifling off, right?
Yeah. And one of the reasons why and this don't got nothing to do with, I'm already apolitical, I guess, because I'm not interested in politics, right? But one of the reasons why, based off definition, but another reason why I even try to be apolitical with other stances and thoughts is because in leadership, you could be divisive. Like people could disconnect with you based off of what you standing up there saying based off what you think. So to see in some of these entities of ours, from what I see, like little shots at different group, like it might be a shot at the Democrats or a shot at, Republicans or whatever you want to, or GOP, however we want to say it at this point. But like that shit don't seem apolitical to me. It seems like it's coming from a place, and that's confusing because you could alienate these people that you lead. And we always talk about like, one service or one thing. And like, yo, you got to understand, like, it's people from, like, we can't force people to think a certain way. And I think I see that more. I think I'm seeing that a little bit, like, where it seemed like people forcing people to think a certain way. I haven't seen it as much as I see it now, right? No shot, no shade, none of that. And maybe it's my access, my visibility, but I joined the Navy in 2007. And maybe I was just too ignorant, but because I'm not that political, but I have never felt where like people was like openly dissing other parties and shit like that. Like I ain't never seen no shit like that before.
I haven't either. I joined in 2000. I haven't either. Right. But it is not that, I'll say it's challenging, but ain't that hard to have an opinion and to do what you want to do in the booth and then come out and then go to work, put uniform on and just honor your oath, honor your assignment, do what you got to do. And some folks make it harder. It is unnecessary. It really isn't that hard.
Yeah.
Hey, you voted for who? Interesting conversation. All right. I got watched. You coming? Trying to get something to eat? No? Okay.
Yeah. So apolitical, just for the record, because some people might not even really be like really understanding this shit. Apolitical don't necessarily mean you in the middle or you go either way. Apolitical is you're not interested in politics. I just want to say that because some people might not really know that part. And it's probably different definitions, but...
Oh, good. Can you say it again? Your definition of apolitical again?
And this is Oxford. Apolitical, not interested or involved in politics. Not interested or involved.
And once again, so I had this crazy thought. Then you know what? Then I think if maybe there should have been something where if you were serving in the military during the contract, then you can't vote because if you have the ability to vote, you're going to form opinions. You want apolitical force? Fine. Hey, you give up you are privileged to serve.
Yeah.
You give your right to vote because it could always be divisive.
Yeah,
I don't agree with that at all, by the way. But you could think that way.
Yeah. I think we should get on stages and get in front of people and not talk politics in the military. Like, I think...
While you're serving, we don't.
Okay. All right. That's the episode.
Most of us don't.
I get it.
Man.
I get it. That's the episode for the people. Love y'all. That's the episode.